But you're right, you do have a record. And I've looked back over the last 18 years, you talk about how is Connecticut doing? What are we doing for the state of Connecticut? You missed the key votes on Homeland Security, and we do less well than any other state in the region. You weren't there for Medicare Part D on the key bill going forward, and instead we now have a donut hole with more and more people falling into the uninsured status. When it comes to transportation funding, we get half the share that we had just 18 years ago. Half the share.
And let's just try to end this with this statement. I hate to miss votes. I missed them for one big reason. I was honored to be nominated for Vice President of the United States, and I sought the presidency to try to make this country better. If you take out those two times, my voting record is over 98%. But you know, in the end, part of life is showing up. A part of life is what you do. And I'd stand my record of results for the people of Connecticut over the last 18 years against anyone's.
Yes, you 1988, when you were elected to the U.S. Senate, we were getting 88 cents back. Now we're at 67 cents back. We're doing worse, and that's because you've got to show up for work.
Per capita. It's because there are richer people here. Per capita.
Mr. Lieberman, you have no more time. I'm afraid you have to stand back.
We've lost half our transportation-related funding. We're losing out on the military contracts. We can be doing an awful lot better than that. And, sir, it's you that put forward the votes. It was 18 years ago where you said you got to show up to vote. You promised. You looked people in the eye and said, I will not miss more than 300 votes because votes count, votes matter, and that's how we can make a difference. Sir, I'm just holding you to your own record.
I stand by my answer. Results matter.
Steve Kochko, your question for Alan Schlesinger.
I'm going to stand up to the Bush-Cheney administration. I think they've made our country weaker. I think it's time for us now to redeploy our forces from Iraq and make for a safer America. I'm going to stand up to the lobbyists and their campaign checks. I'm not going to take their money, and I don't need it. And it won't take me 18 years to fight for real health care reform that makes coverage universal for everybody and brings down the cost for small business. And I'm going to stand up to those two oil men in the White House and put in place a real plan for energy independence and energy reform. Senator, it was 18 years ago that you looked your Senate colleague, your Senate opponent in the eye, and you said 18 years is enough. You said after 18 years you're part of the problem, not part of the solution. Well, Senator, it's been 3 terms, it's been 18 years. Now you're part of that problem. Time's up.
My two opponents have really taken classic partisan responses to the choices we have to make. I want to go back and work with my colleagues across party lines, and I will be strengthened now as a Democrat running as an independent to do that, to end the war in Iraq, bring our troops home without compromising the security of the American people, to make us energy independent.
Senator Lieberman, I'm sorry, our time is up. I want to thank our panel, our candidates, our sponsors. Thank you for joining us as well. See you November 7th at the polls.